This is Terry Kurtz online reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history. Reissuing this Joseph W. Brady Early May report projects economic growth ahead for Mojave River Valley communities.
Terry, we've got some great news, but I'm going to caution the great news and say to people, this is where we have to understand where politics could really derail what's a great economy. The numbers that just came out, that we are growing on an annualized rate of 6.4%. It's absolutely unheard of. Now, when we came out of the third quarter of last year, we were growing at a 20+% rate on an annual basis. But we had been sequestered. I mean, people couldn't buy anything, they couldn't do anything. So you have all this money sitting on the sidelines. We have trillions of dollars sitting in people's bank accounts and savings accounts, and people want to do things, okay? They want to go buy cars. The car dealerships are having a hard time getting cars. You know why? Because they've sold so many cars that they're having a problem getting the chips that go in these cars. I talked to one of the car dealer owners the other night, and he said to me, Joe, last month we sold 300X cars. I won't say what brand. He said, right now I only have 17 on the lot because I can't get any more. The economy continues to do well. The economy's doing well now. You can't find a house here right now in the high desert. The market is on fire. So people are putting bids in on homes at $350,000. So let's say the listing's at $350,000. There are some deals that are going at $400,000. Okay, you're at $450,000 and it might go for $500,000. It's not just in the high desert region. It's not just in California. It's across the country. Most of the major metro markets are up over 10% year to date. State of California, we're up 12% over year to date. That's incredible. So people are making a lot of money. Okay, we've got about, I think, $11 trillion in build-up equity in our country in housing. Try to go build a house. I mean, you can't get the materials. The materials are really high. What I am concerned about is when you come on out within your first 100 days as a president, and you say to the business market and to investors, we're going to raise capital gains up to 44%. So imagine, I don't think we're going to get 44%, but I think that they're going to get something. And then you take the 13% you're going to pay in California. If you took 44 and 13, you're at 57%. If they got everything they wanted, okay? So that does not bode well. Right now, with what we've incurred through just his administration, okay, we're the Home Act or the Family Act, and we got the infrastructure deal out there, and we got the COVID. We're talking about $6 trillion additional dollars over the $10 trillion that worked its way or is still trying to work its way through the system that has been committed, okay? And then today, I'm on the phone with a very well-known business person here in the high desert. The person said to me, I cannot get enough employees because the Biden administration or our Democratic leaders have said, let's pay people to stay at home. I think that what the Biden administration is talking about with the capital gains, okay, now they're talking about eliminating 1031 exchanges down to $500,000. No, the tax issue could really bite us. The fuel, they're talking about there could be a fuel shortage this summer for people traveling, and that's not good. So now you've got Covington Capital with their 3 buildings that they're grading on out here on I-15. They're moving nearly 2.5 million cubic yards of dirt. The first building's 1,150,000, I think. They're starting to frame the foundation right now. The original project is 232 acres. They're grading 186 acres. There'll be 3 buildings. They're all 1 million square feet. But what's interesting is the length of the building, will have a super flat floor. And there's a 40-foot fall between the front and the back, or the back and the front. So, and that is what you call a super flat floor. So these buildings that are being developed by Exeter under the direction of Ken Shear and Mark Milikovich of Covington Capital, will have the highest and most current technology for robotics and all those kinds of things. That's why they need these super flat floors. So it's pretty cool. Tapestry's moving along. I'm in contact with John O'Haney and all the time. I think they've resolved their Joshua Tree issue. They hope to be moving dirt by July. I mean, Hesperia's doing well. CarMax is coming into Victorville. So that's a really big thing. Chick-fil-A is under construction. I mean, that's going to be that'll be a novelty on up here. The high desert economy is doing well. The speed train that we talked about multiple times, it seems to be back on track. Apple Valley opened up the big lots deal on out there. Atalanta's got a lot of construction. Jimmy Previty with his 420ers or HDO industrial project. I think he has sold, 6 buildings in the last 6 months. I mean, they're 30,000 square foot. They're really deluxe. Barstow's doing well. We're seeing on the real estate side here, and it feels, to me, we feel like it's about 2001. And I remember that run up from 1999 to 2006. It was wonderful. We don't have the size staff that we did. I don't want that size staff. We're going to be doing something else here in the near future. But I do think that everybody up here is going to hopefully make some money. And if you're a homeowner, you're going to make some money. And we also have to watch inflation. I mean, we're borrowing way too much money, Terry. Way too much money. It's scary.
Barstow's housing development among upcoming topics. Thank you for watching. Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
Sold.
Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting high desert sports. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full service commercial brokerage firm. Ewanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports activities. Your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV. 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon.
What time is it, sports fan? It's time for your High Desert Sports Report.
Your half-hour High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams, and Barstow College Vikings athletic events. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. Victor Valley College head football coach Artie Allen has met with immediate success in his first week of recruiting, tripling the number of players on board to be 2021 Rams.
Yeah, so the number one priority right now obviously is recruiting. We definitely need to get our numbers up. The priority is the high desert. We want to win the desert, and we want to make sure that the high desert student athletes stay home and know that they're going to have a place where they can be developed. They're going to have a place where they're going to be cared for, and we're going to help them, get to that next level every way possible. We're trying to get out there and reach out to every student athlete that is 2021 or even 2020 or prior to that, see what their availability is and gain more interest in getting those kids back here to VVC. So that's the number one priority for us right now.
Asked if offense or defense was his priority led to Coach Allen naming members of his coaching staff.
Yeah, so the priority is whoever's on the field at that time, right? So my background obviously is offense, right? And so that's why it was important for me to hire someone that I trusted to run the defense. And we hired Robert Kistner, who is someone that's very familiar with the high desert area. And so I am going to, have my eyes on everything, but I don't need to worry about coaching defense. I have someone very capable and coaches that we brought along as well that are very capable of taking care of defense. I'm going to know what's going on all sides of the ball, including special teams. But as far as my coaching, I'm still going to coach the quarterback, which I've done, for a while now, and I was able to bring in an offensive coordinator with me, Coach Jose Flores. down with me at Chaffey College. We've worked well together for the last 3 years. And the process is going to be very similar, in regards to how we've done things in the past. It's going to be exciting, and, I feel very lucky and very appreciative that the coaches that did decide to come on board were able to come, because that allows me to not necessarily, spend as much time on defense and special teams and things of that nature.
Want to be an extra in the movies? Expect long hours and an early call time in work like this. We arrived at 7 o'clock this Sunday morning in anticipation of a 12-hour shoot. Locations are often remote, secluded, and hard to find.
Am I in the right area?
Still driving, and then I was like, I said,
Background talent, we're not called extras anymore, but talent come from all kinds of, backgrounds. Kimberly Harmon trains horses and is reigning 4-time world champion cowgirl mounted shooter. A resident of Phelan, Kimberly, obviously, is feeling right at home horseback. She rides Flash in shooting competition under the name Calico Star. She's been doing film work for 5 years. You might also find her behind the counter at C's Candy Shop in the mall. You'll recognize her selling confection by her infectious smile. Like many in background talent, Kimberly possesses specialized skills that could be hugely beneficial in her quest for bigger roles. This aspiring screenwriter is a mime. He began film work in the early 90s in Los Angeles.
Yeah, like I said, I've been acting for 14 years and decided I needed a break, health-wise as well, and to help my wife with her business. She supported my dream for 14 years, and now I'm supporting her. She's a muralist and a faux finisher.
Greg's mime talents are readily recognizable. The Starbucks guy in sports commercials, Doritos, Travelers Insurance, children's network programming. But travel to L.A. no longer appeals to this Hesperia resident.
And I stay with Cattle Call because it's local. It's easy. And I don't have to travel to L.A., which I finally I've had it up to here with L.A. anymore.
It didn't take long for this Victorville mother of two to build up her resume.
I've been involved in Herbie and Journey from the Fall, an independent film, and CSI, the TV show, and it's been really fun.
Should locals feel Hollywood production folks find us naive or harder to work with? Just the opposite.
Oh, no, we just cope with it. We are just normal people up here. Actually, they come from L.A., they see our talent up here and see the people that they work with and are absolutely amazed because it's a different feeling from what they deal with in L.A.
That's not just the local casting director's take. Take it from this veteran.
I find that most film crews can't stand actors in L.A., but they've come out here, and I've heard people comment over and over how much they enjoy the locals.
Wardrobe and makeup, first stops for background talent, and aspects we look forward to.
No, this hand is not mine. They give it to me. Wardrobe gives you stuff to wear, if you don't want to wear it. It's all fun for fun,
So you're really not handsome? The wardrobe did that?
Yeah, wardrobe did that. I'm not really this handsome.
It's all about fun and enjoying the work.
The most I enjoy about doing movies and stuff is meeting the actors, seeing how movies are made, and just the atmosphere, It's surreal being on a movie set. It's not like a regular job. It's different.
It's different, all right. I'll vouch for that. You can even sleep on the job and get paid for it. So what's it really all about?
You just have a lot of fun. I don't know. It's mostly an adventure more than a money scheme,
Headlines and headline makers looking back to years past in high desert and Mojave River Valley sports and entertainment history. From the entertainment archives, stuntmen take a SWAT team into action, then train actors in firearm safety on TV and movie projects filmed locally. A SWAT team in action. In reality, stuntmen in a scene from the cable network Extreme series. Sightings takes us behind the scenes involving stunts. This action in a warehouse on 395 in Adelanto. Many of these stuntmen are members of the longest standing gunfighting reenactment group in the Victor Valley, James Fuente's Santa Fe Drifters. They've been trained and drilled by Gary Robert, a 27-year veteran of the Hollywood stunt work scene since his days with Chips. Robert, a Navy SEAL, is one of the few certified firearms trainers available to Hollywood. His work reflects his drive as a perfectionist. These actions are realistic. The SWAT members' disciplined moves and precise procedures. That's not what's wanted on the next set. Robert took on the nearly impossible task of drilling the cast of Backstreets of Heaven. Divine Gordon Asa is directing and producing this independent film, all shot around and in Barstow. Firearms training, triple-digit temperatures, minimum time. We're steeping in the heat of the Mojave at this shoot of the movie Backstreets of Heaven. Training deadly serious. This is all live ammunition. New York's Jacqueline Herod, the lone female assassin this day. Soul is the command to lower and cover your weapon, finger always off the trigger.
This is exciting.
Divine Gordon Asa, director, producer, actor, gunman.
Very excited, man. That was very good. I mean, that's the first time we ever fired a live round, so that made me feel like, of course, it's like you're releasing a lot, and I realized that it's not too hard. I mean, it's not too hard just to pull the trigger and cause some chaos.
Unlike blanks, live rounds reveal accuracy.
It also brought to me the realization that what we're doing here is really very serious.
Barstow's Amanda Harris stars in Backstreets of Heaven, which was renamed Blood Sun Town and released in 2013. It is now available on YouTube. Tales of the Frontier. Ghosts, the most ambitious project to date for director Tina Luciano and Law Dog Productions. Creative, original, intriguing, demanding.
Everybody wants to be a freaking director, I swear to God.
To a magnificent degree, unprecedented risks.
For the love of God.
You are completely surrounded.
See what I have to deal with. I love these guys.
I don't know what's what.
Elaborate sets, constructed by First Assistant Director and Master Craftsman James A.E. Fuentes. Other actresses and actors, many first time with Law Dog Productions, echo factors attracting them to this series.
Well, I'm here today in Lucerne Valley filming with Law Dog Productions with my wife Lorene. It's kind of a family day, and we're just extras in a bank scene, but we're excited to be here. These folks are just wonderful. It's a very family Christian group, just like it. We have a blog, J&L Research Exploration, that we cover one of the episodes up in Crestline during the summer, and it was such a fun event, all-day event, that we decided to come in and do work as extras. I didn't realize how much there was into a production. I mean, my goodness, this costume took 40 minutes to put on, and we're not done yet.
I had a wonderful opportunity to work with a very faith-oriented and family-oriented organization, and I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
Well, the experience has been very enjoyable. What first attracted me was the family values atmosphere. I had an opportunity 5 or 6 years ago to be in a film and a television series and a commercial. The film was with Jim Caviezel and some stars from Saving Private Ryan. I enjoyed it. This one has been very enjoyable, and with the nice atmosphere, the family surroundings, it's just been a real pleasant experience.
From Tina Luciano's Law Dog Productions, Tales of the Frontier. Family television entertainment. Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
So.
Bid fast and last, sold on supporting high desert sports. Valu quality truck body, family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full service commercial brokerage firm. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley.
I'm Natalie Leos. I am actually a drum major for the band. I am in the GREAT Academy at Granite Hills.
My name is Jenna Shaddles. I'm part of the GREAT Academy here at Granite Hills High School.
I have so many opportunities with the GREAT Academy because we have Pro Tools, we're getting Adobe Suites, and Pro Tools is basically our studio professional recording equipment. It's what the top artists nowadays use. Makes it super easy, you can manipulate sounds, and I've already worked with it so many times on multiple occasions, and it's one of my favorite pastimes. Because, you know, we just sit there and it allows me to turn some of my dreams of like having this, because it's career technical education.
We have this new recording studio, and so with the recording studio we're able to record our vocals and people playing instruments and put them together, and then it's the stuff that like the professional singers nowadays use, and so then we're able to like change your vocals and like make it higher pitch or add echoes to it.
The GREAT stands for obviously Granite Recording and Entertainment Arts Training. The instrumental portion of it is just to supplement our other 4 components. There really is 4 components to the GREAT Academy. We're unveiling the first 2 here in this next year, and we'll be subsequently unveiling the next 2 components over the subsequent years, and that will be drama and then dance.
The thing that, that we found that we didn't necessarily think was lacking, but that we could better service our students, was to offer them a connection with what they're learning in our programs with what they can actually take with them into the job market.
It's career technical education, so it's helping me be ready for the career that I want, because I want to go into music production, and it's making my dreams a reality.
Here at Granite Hills we have 4 great choirs led by our amazing choir teacher, Mr. Churchill. He has Serenade and Bravo, which aren't the audition choirs, but they're just as amazing. This year they went to Knott's Berry Farm and competed, and Serenade, the all-girls choir, they got 2nd place, and Bravo, they got 1st place, and I'm so proud of them. They're so great this year. And then he has 2 varsity choirs they have to audition for, and it's Encore, his show choir, and Chambers, his more typical type of choir you'd expect him to have, or expect a choir to be. And so this year we went to San Francisco for a tour, and it was so fun. It was my first time going, and I absolutely loved it. I love spending time with all of my friends, and for 4 whole days, and not going to school, but, and so it was great. Encore got silver 1st place, and I believe Chambers got silver 2nd place, and it was just amazing overall.
Well, something that we did do was that we went to Disneyland, and you know, we went to Forum Festival, and we got a gold rating, which basically means we are top 10% in the nation. Yeah. And you know, going to Disneyland, being able to go with all my friends, and it's cool being able to be in these programs because you're surrounded by people who have the same passion you do and about the same level of love for what you want to do, and it's one of the coolest things in the world because they really are great people, and it's a really great experience to be around, because not only are you sitting here doing what you love, you're getting rewarded for it, and you get to expand upon it. You get experience for what you want to do in the future.
So many people look at the performing arts and go, oh yeah, that's just for those, you know, those singers, the Beyoncés, the Will Smiths, whatnot. But for every person you see in the credits of something, you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, of other names of people who are in the entertainment industry. And that's what the GREAT Academy is trying to incorporate into its curriculum, is how the performing arts has so many different aspects about it. We're going to be teaching entrepreneurship. We're going to be teaching about entertainment law. We're going to be essentially trying to go ahead and give the kids that want to go into the entertainment industry a well-rounded picture as to what it would need to go ahead and be within their skill set to go ahead and have this as a career and actually make just as good money as any other career would be.
The instrumental component is just to augment those other 3. We will work with the dance department to provide music for them. We'll work with the drama department to provide music for their shows. But more than anything, it's also to record our students. We're working here on trying to give an opportunity to our students and a space for them to explore their creativity and create music.
What we're actually looking to do as we start this GREAT Academy next year is to essentially offer up the curriculum to all of our choral students, all of our guitar students, and all of our piano students. Those are our 3 CTE classes.
So the recording part is we have a fully functional professional recording studio with Pro Tools HD. We use industry standard equipment, universal audio interfaces. We also have beat machines for those people that are interested in music like hip hop, electronic music. We have 2 rock bands, all-female rock band and a mixed group rock band. And we also have various different singer-songwriters and who come in and record original music, as well as doing covers and writing lyrics for hip-hop.
Something that we get to do with Adobe Suites next year, because we're going to get like the camera equipment and like professional cameras and stuff. Something that we get to do is we get to make career portfolios. Wow. We get to do marketing, and we get to do tutorials for incoming freshmen, whoever like they don't know what they're doing. We get to help them out with that.
I like most how everyone who's in it loves what they're doing and they want to be a part of it, because it's such a great family to be a part of, and so it's changed my life really.
Honestly, working with Mr. Churchill is intimidating, because he is such a venerable director and he just does such a fantastic job. It's honestly my honor to be able to call him my colleague and be able to work with him. But I think one of the things that I bring is the technological component. I have a background in audio recording and computers. Used to build computers. Actually, when I was younger, I had a internet hosting company, and so I bring a lot of the understanding of the technological component. And so I think when we marry it with Mr. Churchill's fantastic performing program, and then the work that I'm doing with the band and piano and guitar, I'm a flamenco guitarist as well, so I play flamenco guitar, but I also play various different instruments. I play piano, I sing, and so I can bring that. But what separates me is that I bring that technological component that's so critical to CTE. And CTE, again, is career technical education. We're a career technical pathway that allows students the opportunity to enter into career right out of high school.
And what we're looking to do is every kid, regardless of whether or not they're going to go through the academy, is going to get this introductory level knowledge of this. The kids that this really attaches onto, I kind of explore this further. Those kids are the ones we're going to go ahead and go into the second year of the program, the third year of the program with the capstone. So essentially, we're actually giving all of our performing arts kids this grounding in the entertainment industry, that they can choose to either just, I'm just going to stay performing in high school, that's just a fun thing, or their second year in the program, I got to go farther and go ahead and learn more and get in more in depth.
Joseph W. Brady offers a $5,000 reward for arrest and conviction of whoever stole mail from his Victorville post office box.
Our post office box has been broken into 4 times since June of last year, including February of this year. Okay, I'm not the only one that it wasn't necessarily targeted towards me, but we believe that twice of the times that it happened, the postmaster might have been out of town. So a couple of these, one of them they believe happened during broad daylight. So I'm going to sweeten the pie to figure this thing out. My wife and I, Deborah K. Brady, will offer a reward of $5,000. It's pretty simple. They got to be arrested, they've got to be convicted, and they've got to be given time. And it's got to be for my mail. Text me, because I'm not answering any numbers that I don't have in my phone. And my email, and if the person is arrested, convicted, and found to have taken our mail, and I know Sheriff John McMahon is trying desperately to be sure things like this don't happen to me and everybody else. There is absolutely no excuse for it, but I have a feeling that the next time these people come back, they might be in for a really big surprise, and you never know where it's going to be, but they've been pretty good about assuring me of, and we've talked about some ideas.
Terry Kurtz here, throwing out an invitation for you to catch up with High Desert Sports Activities, your High Desert Sports Report, showing 3 times every day on Victor Valley TV, 7 and 11 every morning, 4 every afternoon.
What time is it, sports fan? It's time for your High Desert Sports Report.
Your half-hour High Desert Sports Report, the area's only video action highlights coverage of high school athletes, teams, and sports programs, Victor Valley College Rams, and Barstow College Vikings athletic events. We hope you'll join us right here on Victor Valley TV. Terry Kurtz Online was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
Go, go, sold.
Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting high desert sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville. Deagle and Don always has discount prices on appliances, mattresses, home furnishings, and electronics. Valu quality truck body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full service commercial brokerage firm. Ewanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. Kerry Kurtz here online. Thank you for watching.